And we are live, so happy Friday! Sure.
Friday. Happy Friday, everybody.
Yes, it's been a crazy week, and I think everyone's starting to feel it. And now we're getting into, the end of 2020, which is super crazy. Um, but I think that's why it's a very nice and interesting topic we have, and I'm gonna let you to present it.
Yeah, so I think that you look at the end of the year and you think, okay, so what worked this year? What didn't work? And next year, let's start afresh. So the things that are working great, the things that aren't working, maybe get rid of those things and just to start afresh. So 2021 is just a whole new, fresh beginning, fresh, clean slate.
A
Yeah.
new chapter in the book.
That's it. Yeah. So the first one is about accepting defeat. And I think that, what really stands out for me when I think about this particular one is when I was trying to do business development in the fitness industry. And it was such a flippant disaster. It was so crazy. And literally, I should have accepted defeat way sooner than what I did. But the beautiful thing about that is now I look at stuff, and if something's not flowing and it's too much work, and it's coming from just from me and it's one-sided, I'm out. So I don't anymore. I'm like, it's not meant to, and I'm okay with that. Something better is going to come along. So that's definitely one of them.
And I fully agree with you. It's a fresh start. It's a great opportunity to do things differently. I also, when I started my business, I was sure I'm going to do marketing plans and stuff like this. Then I realized this is not where I want to go to. So make a change. So don't. It's okay to say, and maybe don't say it as a defeat. Maybe see it as a learning. You gave it a try. It wasn't working. Now next, what's next?
Or I was listening to Adriana Huffington this morning, and she was saying that she was with this guy for 7 years and she wants to marry him. He said, well, I don't want kids. And she's like, well, that's non-negotiable. I want kids. And she said that actually was a start of ending that and moving forward. And that was actually the start of so many beautiful things that would not have happened had she got married and stayed in the UK, because then she moved to America. So yeah, it's also new beginnings.
It is, and that's the way. So if you don't even like some phrases people use or we use, just change them. Just change them to something that you can be okay with. And the next one is actually, talk to somebody. It's a great opportunity to chat with people, understand what's working, what's not. Get the right supporting group that can help you understand and reflect and take things to the next level. If I wasn't doing it, if I wasn't consulting others, sharing, having the right people to speak about, you can get stuck. And that's a nice way to do a first start for next year. Talk, understand, put things out there.
I think the only danger with talking to somebody is if the person has got, like if it's a family member, they might be overly protective. So therefore, they're a bit biased. Or if it's a really good mate, again, so I think also we need to talk to people for sure, but it's almost the more disconnected you are to the person, that they can be a sounding board, the better. Because you want something unbiased and open, right? Yeah.
It's also finding, the right supporting group, the right people that will give you the proper, feedback and reaction and will tell you the truth. And as well, not to share it with everyone. Find like one or two people that you can actually talk to and share with.
Yeah. And the next one is to do something reasonably risky. I used to have this very strong belief a few years ago, actually, before I moved to Hat Bay, that the beginning of every year I wanted to do something that was exciting and got my adrenaline, like a bungee jumping or paragliding or, just skydiving or something like that. And that for me is a great way to start the year, to do something that is pushing you, but is exciting and exhilarating.
And by the way, doing something risky, and you can guys share with us in the comments, what do you think, which would you more resonate with? Maybe what have you, changed during this year and you want to change for next year? But for me, also something risky is not to be afraid to do something with your business as well, that, take a risk or take a risk in saying yes to a new relationship, say yes to a new collaboration, take the risk. You've got nothing to lose, in my opinion. So that's something I think. And the next one is actually also to make a plan. And we do speak about a lot, and we did have a full podcast about this, because I'm a big believer in planning. You know, you need to have a plan because you want to have something that guides you, something that you can take along with you. And then you can decide, okay, am I sticking to my plans? Yes, not. But take everything, all the conclusion you have from 2020. Now make a plan for 2021. And as you've seen in 20, that how life are like changing in a second. Even if you were not planning. I wasn't even planning to open my business to like a certain target market yet. I thought it's going to take a bit longer. And because of COVID, everything happened fast. But because you have a plan, you can still prepare yourself, you know, to all the different scenarios that can come. So that's why I believe it's super important. So take all the conclusions and implement them in new planning.
With a lot of flexibility. Yeah, because you don't know. Yeah, this year was a big surprise for everybody. Yeah.
And you really need to be quick to adopt the changes, because changes will start coming more and more, and it's going to be more hectic even sometimes. But because a lot of things are changing, like a lot of professions going to disappear because we're not going to need them anymore. So you need to open your eyes, see the opportunities, and grab them.
And the next one is to get rid of old stuff. So clean your closet out, just get rid of the old. And I'm very minimalistic, very, very minimalistic. I mean, on the public holiday, I had some friends come here for the first time to my cottage. And they were like, oh, yeah, no, we see why this vibes with you. I mean, I'm very minimal. I love that. So if I'm not using it, and then somebody else misuse it, you know. So that resonates.
It's not easy. I must admit that it's something that I know that I need to do. And it's only something that I've started doing recently in the last few months. And every here and there, I'm looking at stuff like, no. Like I would be that person that, let's say, even if my slop is now like broken, I'll keep it aside that maybe I'll find someone that can fix it for me. I won't throw it away. And then I had one that I was walking and then he threw up, and I'm like, okay, this is the last thing I needed now. Like I was all in tears. This is the last thing. I was really like in a bad place. And I said, you know what? This is the first time I'm gonna learn. I'm not keeping it, although it's my favorite one. I put it in the bin and I throw it away. And since then, I'm learning to look at stuff and say, do you really need it? Do you not? Like either give it someone, throw it away, donate it, whatever. And that's good. You clean the energy. You clean one energy and you empty room for a new energy to come. So I usually, but you can share with us guys your stories. And the next one is to create new habits, which is super important. And I like it a lot because it is, you know, it's a great opportunity to make a change in your life and see what else do you want to bring to your life? What else do you want to do more? What else do you want to improve? And that's the opportunity for you to do it. So look what habits you had in 2020. What do you want to keep? What do you want to bring new? And what do you want to let go? And just work at it.
Yeah, with the habits, what I'm really, really pleased about is for the last 3 weeks, I've got into a daily meditation practice first thing in the morning. For a lot of people, I know that's very normal, but for me, that was a big thing. So that is a new habit that I've created that I definitely want to stick with. So yeah, whatever your habit is, create something new.
It is, even if to do a walk, even if to take a break during the day and watch TV, whatever habit that makes you feel good, whatever habit that you feel that, oh my God, like even before you go to sleep and you say thank you, like it can be all type of habits. So that's a great thing to do. And before we're going to sum it all them up, and this is the topic we're talking about, a fresh start in 2021, we're going to do another podcast on Tuesday for the marketing. It's going to be during the day. And then we're going to come back during Jan with new topics. So first, thank you for everyone who watches us and participates. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's been a hell of a year. And I think it was also an amazing year at the same time because look at us, we moved to 2 lives a day, a week. but still, so thank you. So if we're going to sum it all up quickly.
So the first one was to accept defeat.
The second is to talk to somebody.
And do something reasonably risky.
Yes. and make a plan. Planning is key.
And clean up your closet. Just get rid of the old stuff.
Yes. And create a new habit. That's the thing. So, start fresh. Start fresh 2021. It's going to be an amazing year as well. I know it.
It will, absolutely. And have an awesome weekend.
Yes, have an awesome weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.